We're going to talk about the P word. Politics, you guys. Politics. So as an immigrant, there are a lot of issues being fought for on Capitol Hill. For example, the DREAM Act. How important are policies like that to you?
Well, I mean, I don't know how the whole process went when I got here. But to me, my family, that was everything when we came here. But we had to wait 5 years before we could even apply. And I think that, you know, being in this country for any amount of time, being from any country, especially if you were having to deal with anything like a war or poverty, or, so being here, you see the potential. Like, this is really like the American dream, you know? So I think that everybody deserves a chance at an American dream.
I would speak on it. I personally support it.
Yeah.
I love Obama. Obama, if you see this, keep it up. And we will not edit this. Did you have the opportunity to attend college?
Well, I did. I actually had to be enrolled in college when I started my internship. So I started, and like a year in, I ended up dropping out because I got a full-time job. So, and I moved out. Like, I've always wanted to just be on my own and do my thing. So I ended up dropping out, and I started doing promotions at the radio station full-time. And I was doing my part-time on air on the weekends. So I was busy every single day. And then finally, like a couple years went by, and I finally started doing more on-air stuff, started doing less promotions. I was like, I'm gonna go back to school. So I took, I enrolled in the University of Michigan, and I was like, well, maybe I don't want to do broadcasting, because I felt that a lot of stuff I was learning at the station was already the stuff that was going to help me out anyway. So I was like, maybe I should study business or something. So then I started University of Michigan. I was having a great time, and like a few months in, they offered me another position, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get hold, because I have to take this job. So I never ended up going back, because basically everything took off from there. And it's one of those things that when I speak to students, I always say, it may not work out for you the way it did for me, because everybody has their own road to their own success, and everybody has their own path and things they do. So I always tell people, you have to go to school. You have to, because that is your ultimate fallback plan. Like, I didn't have a plan. My parents were like, don't come over here when you ain't got the money. So that was my thing, and I was like, and I still was like, okay, but this is my decision. This is what I'm gonna do, and it paid off for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you just said. Completely, and it's real, you guys. You're hearing it from Sunny. You're hearing it from me.
It's a grind.
It is.
Process.
It's a 24-hour grind.
Yeah.
25 hours actually. And speaking of grind, your friend, I'm gonna murder her name. Okay. Anessa Kaitezovich.
Yeah. It's funny. I grew up with her. We grew up in the same village.
Really?
And then they got sent to Iowa, and we got sent to Michigan. So we didn't see each other. So we saw each other a couple of times in the past 17 years. And then all of a sudden I start hearing all these great things about her, that she's like in politics, she's in the local government. And then she calls me up one day, and she was coming to DC, and I went to have dinner with her. And we just kind of like caught up on life and everything. And I'm so proud of her. She's the youngest woman ever elected into like Iowa legislature, and she's the first woman from our country to be elected, and now she's running for Congress. And I'm just like so proud of her, because I'm just like, I'm all about women empowerment. And yeah, and you know, like, I'm the only woman from my country to have a radio show in the United States.
Really?
Yeah, to be on any major market media.
You've made history. Oh wow, you guys, we have history on Tula.
Like, there's no woman from my country that's on television, any network, or any radio anywhere in the United States.
High five again, girlfriend. And if your friend is elected, she will be, like you said, the youngest female elected.
Yeah. Well, she will be the first woman from our country elected.
That too. And the youngest, correct?
Yeah. So it's one of those, like, where I love seeing stories like that. And, you know, I feel that I don't want to say like entertainment field, but just in general, women just love to tear each other apart, and they thrive on that. And just to see women like that, and it's just like, I'm so proud. And you know, I always say, like, we're better together. You know, it's a lot of stuff that we're fighting men for, we shouldn't fight each other for. You know, so it's kind of tough, but you know,
Sunny, I like you. I really like you. If I pop up from time to time, don't, you know, just
I'll be like, who? Who let her in?
Just take it as
the
a
lobby?
sign of flattery. WPGC, whoever's in charge here, remember
Just let
this
her
space.
through the door.
Just go ahead and buzz me in because I like her. She is a phenomenal woman.
Oh,
This
sure.
could be me. I've noticed that you've had a few resolutions for the new year.
Yeah.
Your mother wants some grandchildren, I hear. And you decided that you are going to